Hare Krishna. So today I'm going to talk about Ekadashi in general and also about the Rama Ekadashi, which is planned to take place on 8th of November. So the Ekadashi in general, the story is that of the demon called Mura. And Krishna's name Murare is actually coming from the enemy of demon Mura. So the story here is that Mura is a very powerful demon, and he has all the planetary systems under his control. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna himself, goes on a fight with Mura demon, and he's fighting for thousands and thousands of years. And then the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is taking rest. So we have to understand that it's all part of the pastimes of the Lord here, because if Krishna wants, then the demon Mura can just go in a fraction of a second. But this is part of his divine Leela. It is part of his pastimes. So here, then we see that after fighting for hundreds of thousands of years, Krishna is going to take rest, and then from him emanates this Devi, and this Devi or the goddess fights with Mura, defeats him, and annihilates him. And this Devi is called the Ekadashi Devi. And then Krishna asks her to you can get any boon you want. And then Ekadashi Devi says that we can have this day where one remembers Krishna and then fast from grains and beans and focuses one's attention on Krishna so that one can go back home, back to Godhead. So that is the generic story of Ekadashi. And then in particular, for the Rama Ekadashi on 8th of November, the story here is that we have to talk about the four characters here. Muchukunda, who is the king and was a very famous king who knows all the demigods and everyone respects him. Then he has his daughter called Chandrabhaga. Then he has his son-in-law called Shobhana. And then we have a Brahmana called Soma Sharma. These are the four main characters. So Muchukunda is a very pious king, and he is very much focused on remembering Krishna and following Ekadashi. And they said that he is so much strong in terms of his faith that he would not only everyone, all the human beings, but even the animals are accustomed to following Ekadashi. This is just wonderful. And then we see that her daughter Chandrabhaga is married to the son-in-law that Muchukunda has called Shobhana. And then this person, it is said that Shobhana is not inept in terms of being in the state of hunger and thirst, especially hunger. So it is said that when this the Rama Ekadashi time, he is there along with Muchukunda, and somehow he forcibly takes it, even though he has no faith. And then because his body is not capable of handling the hunger, he unfortunately passes away the next day on Dwadashi. And then he gets the body of a king, and he rules in the Mandarachala mountain. But he is not satisfied because it is not going to be as permanent as he thinks it should be. So then there is a Brahmin called Soma Sharma who actually understands that this is the next birth of Shobhana. And then he actually says, "Why are you so sad, Shobhana?" Then he says that this is temporary. Then he goes to Chandrabhaga, his wife from the previous birth, but now the wife in this birth also. And then he brings Chandrabhaga there with Shobhana in his new birth. And then Chandrabhaga says to him that since childhood I have been taking Ekadashi with full faith, and I would like to give the pious credit so that this kingdom becomes as permanent as it can be in the material world. So then Shobhana and Chandrabhaga are close to each other again, having their own kingdom. And now this time, Shobhana is following Ekadashi with full faith. So this is what Sri Krishna answered to Yudhishthira in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, written by Krishna Dvaipani, Srila Vedavyasa himself. So this is the glories of Rama Ekadashi. This is the wonderful time to remember as much uninterruptedly by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.